So, kids getting a driver's license, huh? Ah! Clear the roads! Seriously though, it's scary stuff. Your new driver hurtling down the highway behind half a ton of metal and fiberglass, to say nothing of all the new costs you may be facing. Ooh boy. But really, look at the national statistics. Drivers between the ages of 15 and 19 are much more likely to experience a collision. You don't want that. I don't want that. Heck, the government doesn't want that. And that's why states nationwide have adopted graduated driver licensing regulations. I know, it sounds complicated, but don't worry. I'm here to help. Welcome to Graduated Driver Licensing Made Simple. Now, each state has its own set of specific rules and regulations, but today, we're taking a look at Minnesota. Meet Daniel and his mom, Kay. They're about to start on the great adventure of the GDL. Daniel turned 15 yesterday. In Minnesota, this means he's just old enough to apply for his learner's permit. To do this, he needs to complete 30 hours of a state-approved classroom driver education program. Fortunately, he is halfway through his high school's driver education course. He and his mom have even spent some time together studying the Minnesota Driver's Manual. All they have to do now is head down to the local driver's license exam center, where he'll take the written driver's test. After passing the test, Daniel and his mom will apply for his learner's permit to drive. 40 harrowing questions later, Daniel is a proud learner's permit recipient. So what now? Now the fun part. Daniel needs to clock 6 hours of supervised driving time with a driving instructor. Once completed, Daniel will receive a white card, which must be presented to the driver examiners at the time of the road test. The supervised driving period is really important because it gives experienced drivers a chance to make sure that teen drivers are learning excellent safety practices behind the wheel. Now that he's got his permit, Daniel needs to complete a minimum of 30 hours behind the wheel working on his driving abilities under his mom's watchful eye. 10 of these hours must be at night. Meet Amanda and her uncle Jason. Amanda is 16 years old and just spent the last 6 months learning Jason's best tips and tricks for how to be a safe driver, among other vital rules of the road. She's now ready to embark on that vital rite of passage, the road test. She and Jason head to the driver's license exam center, where Amanda will show off her shiny new driving skills. With a passing score here, she'll enter the intermediate stage of the GDL. Now, she can finally strike out on her own in that brand new Mercedes. Or whatever. She may be allowed to drive solo, but there are still safety restrictions on her provisional license. These restrictions are meant to protect teen drivers from potentially dangerous situations and distractions on the road.
Hang up and try again.
During the first 6 months of the intermediate stage, she can't drive between midnight and 5 a.m. unless with a licensed driver age 25 or older, or if she's driving between home and work, or if between home and school events, if the school doesn't provide transportation. She can only have one passenger under age 20, unless a parent or guardian is with her, or if the passengers are immediate family members. For the next 6 months, nighttime restrictions are lifted, but the limit on the number of passengers changes to no more than 3 under age 20, unless a parent or guardian is present, or if the passengers are immediate family members. Amanda knows it's important to stay alert and aware while she's driving, and not to be distracted. It's against the law for anyone to text while driving, and until she's 18, it's illegal for her to use a cell phone when she's behind the wheel. Repeated crashes or tickets caused by drivers with a provisional license carry fines and can even result in their license being suspended or revoked. Once she turns 18 or has been successfully driving with a provisional license for 12 months, all restrictions are lifted if you have a ticket-free driving record. Congratulations! Amanda is a fully licensed, unrestricted, ready-to-go driving machine. Jason makes sure to let her know that having a provisional license doesn't give her complete freedom of the road. Cell phone use, alcohol consumption, and moving traffic violations can be a roadblock on the trip from learner to pro. Okay, let's recap. At 15, a Minnesotan is old enough to apply for a learner's permit. He or she must have completed 30 hours of a state-approved classroom driver education program. At the driver's license exam center, the ready student will take a written exam. Now that the driver has a learner's permit, a minimum of 30 hours supervised driving time, 10 of which are at night, must be completed before moving on to the next stage. At age 16, and after successful completion of the learner's permit requirements, the new driver will no longer need supervision, but some safety restrictions will stay in place. During the intermediate license phase over the first 6 months, no driving between midnight and 5 a.m., unless with a licensed driver age 25 or older, or if driving between home and work, or if between home and school events, and only one passenger under age 20 unless a parent or guardian is in the vehicle. The next 6 months, nighttime restrictions are lifted, but the limit on the number of passengers changes to no more than 3 under age 20, unless a parent or guardian is present or if the passengers are immediate family members. Once the new driver is 18 or has held a provisional license for at least 12 months, all the restrictions will be lifted from the intermediate driver license if there are no tickets on the driving record. Hopefully this handy guide has helped you make sense of the ins and outs of graduated driver licensing. For more information and specific rules for your own state, check out impactteendrivers.org or the Minnesota Office of Traffic Safety at dps.mn.gov/divisions/OTS/teen-driving. Happy driving.